Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Wearing this. Wearing only this.
You turn the oven off, your presidency ended, but the residual heat is really very much apparent. Hopefully you'll use the extra warmth to warm your heart. Know that it turned out that the cake you baked before is off the charts. You turn the oven off, your presidency ended, but the residual heat is really very much apparent. Hopefully you'll use the extra warmth to warm your heart. Know that it turned out that the cake you baked before is off the charts. I know a president, he was American. He kept the fortress safe as though we copied Cerebos. Isn't it ironic? America is hell. According to a lot of other countries, you can tell. I'm Canadian. We're like your little brother. But in a weird way, we've been like a jealous lover. Maybe it's the way that you're on top of the world. We've shown you our support, but often look like we're a dork. You did a lot of things, such as Obamacare. It was an ego trip. You were an evil prick. But there was something in the way Barak conveyed his message, that despite the harsh decisions that he made, he was respected.
Can somebody else have done it?
Might have been the question, but they've been grooming you for this since Batman fought with Penguin. Maybe even further back when you wore a straw hat. And all I know for sure is folks would like for you to get your job back. You turn the oven off, your presidency ended, but the residual heat is really very much apparent. Hopefully you'll use the extra warmth to warm your heart. Know that it turned out that the cake you baked before is off the charts. You turn the oven off, your presidency ended, but the residual heat is really very much apparent. Hopefully you'll use the extra warmth to warm your heart. Know that it turned out that the cake you baked before is off the charts. When it came to evil, you were much like me. I got the sense that you rejected this to a degree. Take for instance when I'm talking all about the Cleveland show. The way you dunked on Jesus might have made you skip a free throw. What did this imply? As comical as it was, it seemed like your design was blocking out the fucking sun. Monty Burns would happily have voted for you too, as well as most Americans who didn't have a clue. You were entertaining, your speeches were dynamic. The trouble was your words seemed hollow as a jack-o'-lantern. I didn't sense sincerity in anything you spoke, as though you can't appreciate the words you coughed up from your throat. I found you lovable, perhaps an Uncle Fester, even if your goal in life was trying to punk the shepherd. But you're the Antichrist about as much as I was Jesus. And if I'm really Jesus, then it's time to bathe with leeches. You turn the oven off, your presidency ended, but the residual heat is really very much apparent. Hopefully you'll use the extra warmth to warm your heart. Know that it turned out that the cake you baked before is off the charts. You turn the oven off, your presidency ended, but the residual heat is really very much apparent. Hopefully you'll use the extra warmth to warm your heart. Know that it turned out that the cake you baked before is off the charts. Imagine if Obama was the answer for Osama. You peeled Osama open like a labia minora. I heard they found his ass, they killed him wastefully. No one planned to claim him, so they buried him at sea. Many of us might consider you an anti-hero for standing up for freedom later on after Ground Zero. I ain't mad at you besides the Predator drones. You used to joke about them like you had a funny bone. A little dark humor, I know I can relate. In another life, it's Harley Quinn who makes me quake. I'm sure you wouldn't kill me, I'm sure I'm too much fun. I know this like I know that Kara is my sugar plum. The expectation from the world abroad was take you out, like it was time to dunk the clown, but who's a monkey's uncle now? The thing I really dreaded was the African in you, because if white America would scapegoat you, I hate those fools. You turn the oven off, your presidency ended, but the residual heat is really very much apparent. Hopefully you'll use the extra warmth to warm your heart. Know that it turned out that the cake you baked before is off the charts. You turn the oven off, your presidency ended, but the residual heat is really very much apparent. Hopefully you'll use the extra warmth to warm your heart. Know that it turned out that the cake you baked before is off the charts.